Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name's Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday and Friday. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a super affordable drugstore makeup look, featuring all the products that I showed you guys in my recent Target haul. However, I have a confession to make. This intro is filmed a week after the video that you're about to... Why do I stutter so much? Week after the video that you're about to watch, but it works out because then in the end I'll give you a full rundown on the products and how they wear, you know, long term. I'll be testing out the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, as well as the viral L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear foundation, and a bunch of other super affordable drugstore makeup products to get this look right here. Definitely please keep watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I upload. And yeah, I'm tired of talking, so let's get into the video. My skin is prepped. I have my moisturizer, my sunscreen, all of that. We're gonna jump into our goodies that we got from Target. I recently did a haul, and so now this is pretty much like me putting the stuff that I purchased to the test. So I think I'm gonna start off with my NYX Marshmallow Primer, just because this is one of my favorite primers of all time, drugstore or not. This and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty one are such go-tos for me, and they're so affordable. I like them more than literally all the high-end primers that I own, just because they smooth out the skin, but they're also nice and like creamy and not too drying. It still gets nice and tacky, so the makeup has something to stick to. Now I'm gonna quickly do my Got to Be Glued styling gel throughout my brows, just because I really like that lifted brow look. Alright, again, the brows are always gonna look crazy at this point, but I promise they come together. So next up, I'm really excited to try out this. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped that in my iced coffee. It literally like jumped out of my hand. I don't know what's wrong with me. Also, if I sound like super stuffy, it's my allergies. They've just been acting crazy lately. So I'm really excited to try this. This is the L'Oreal. I love how I casually take a sip of my coffee while I'm trying to finish a sentence, like get it together. But I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal True Match Glotion. I saw this and it immediately made me think of my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filters. Those are like $45 for the large size, and I think like $28 for the travel. And this was only like $12. To me, it looked like it would be that kind of like vibe of like giving a glow to the skin while having a little bit of color in it. I got mine in the shade medium. I feel like I could have even gotten the shade darker. Wow. Do you guys see this side of my face versus this side without it? Like how dull this side looks? I'm so impressed. Okay. You guys witnessing my skin right now? Like, this is with no other foundation on. This is just the glotion. That is so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and spot conceal. I'm not gonna go with liquid foundation. I'm gonna see how that works, because I also got the L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear 24-hour foundation all over TikTok, and they finally had it in stock in a color that would actually kind of work with me. To spot conceal, I recently picked up a new Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I remember loving this when I was in high school. I remember how affordable it was, and it still is super affordable. So I finally got another one that wasn't like 10 years expired in my color, and I'm excited to try it out today. I remember people used to say that this was a dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I recently picked up a new one of those. So now I'll have it like fresh in my mind if they are similar or if they are very different. And I got mine in the shade Light 15. If you're looking for a good creamy, hydrating, non-cakey concealer, this is really nice. From what I remember though, it didn't have that much coverage. We'll see though. I always do this. I start to film and then I realize that I didn't wet my beauty sponge. So I'm gonna let my concealer get tacky while I wet my beauty sponge. I'll wet my beauty sponge, I'm gonna let this get tacky, and then I'll be right back. Oh wow, this is a lot like the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Definitely more coverage than what I remember. Wow, that gives actually really nice coverage. Alright, I actually really love how that looks, especially paired with that L'Oreal True Match Glotion. Like, I feel like my skin has really nice coverage. You can obviously still see blemishes peeking through, which, like I've told you guys in previous videos, I don't really care to completely have my skin like one tone now. Like, I don't mind having blemishes and stuff peeking through, like that's normal. But together I get enough coverage, but my skin still looks very like luminous and healthy and not too cakey. I'm really loving that combination. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the Fit Me to this little guy right here, and I'm just gonna let him chill there for a little bit, kind of like dry up, and that'll help give more coverage. That way when I blend it out, it's like dry enough to where it's not gonna just spread out and then like not cover up what I wanted to cover. I also got a new Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 50 Cafe, and I got this to use as contour because the color on it looked really pretty, and I love using my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer to contour, but I figured this would be a nice concealer to try as contour because I find that it's a little bit more sheer than the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And so I figured it'd be easy to blend out as a contour shade. Not to mention this color looks like it'll be delicious for my skin tone. So I hate when I do my hair like this before I do my makeup, because then when I contour I have to like be so careful so I don't mess it all up. Although it's already pretty messed up. So we're just gonna do some lines here. But I like this a lot because it's also not too dark. I'm gonna do a line like that. I also love how skinny this wand is because I figured it'd make it really easy to do the nose contour. Also mentioned in my recent favorites video how I love using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in a dark color as contour because that also blends in really nice. I honestly just find anything from the Maybelline Fit Me line I just love on my skin. I'm obsessed with the pressed powder from that collection. I'm obsessed with the loose powder from that collection. I'm also obsessed with the poreless foundation. So, wow. That's leaving my skin looking so smooth. And I'm gonna add a little bit more of the light color under my cheeks here. Alright, I'm legit obsessed with how my skin is looking right now. How just like natural and glowy it is. So I didn't get any new cream blushes, but I'm going to be using one of my favorite cream blushes from the drugstore and honestly just in general, and it's the e.l.f. Putty blush in Bora Bora. It is just the most beautiful bright pink, but obviously it doesn't go on the cheek looking that intense. It just melts into the skin. So nice. So I'm going to take Wisp by ColourPop. I feel like I use this in every affordable makeup video, but I really love the product, and the color of it reminds me so much of my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Highlighting Beauty Wand, which has been sold out everywhere lately. So if you can't get your hands on that, use this. It'll give you a very similar finish, and it looks really pretty on just like very like lightweight foundation makeup. Picking that up with the tip of my angled brush, and I'm just gonna tap it on the high points here. Oh, I forgot that she was pigmented. So we have our contour, we have our highlight, all of that going on. So I'm just gonna spray my face using my Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray to kind of like melt all this in place before I powder. And I feel like this just helps the makeup last longer and also prevents it from like looking cakey. I love this setting spray. It really makes your makeup like mask proof. I'm excited to try this out. I'm also scared though that it'll take away all of my glow. We're gonna see. I feel like they didn't have any medium toned skin colors. This is in 180 linen, which looks so light. But they only have this and then a bunch of really darker colors or super fair colors. This was like the closest medium tone that they had in stock. So I'm just gonna take it with like a really fluffy blending brush and then hopefully make it work. That is so light. What the heck? And we're gonna press. I feel like having such an intense glow underneath and then going in with this powder helped, because then the powder helped like tone it down, but you can still see that glow kind of peeking through. I don't think I like this powder too much, and I love the L'Oreal Freshwear foundation, but I think this powder is just a little too powdery for me. And I love my MAC Studio Fix foundation powder. I mean, it obviously is more expensive than this, but that is an example of like a foundation powder that will kind of give you that coverage but not settle. That one has like a lot of smoothing properties in it, whereas this one, you'll get the coverage but it doesn't have really any smoothing properties. Like I feel like my face looks very, probably can't see it on camera, but it just like it's settling a little bit more. Don't hate it, but will I use it? I don't know. But yeah, I definitely am gonna need some bronzer because that was way too light. I'm gonna add a little bit more of my cream blush just to put some life back in my face. All right, and then this could either go right or very wrong. But because I want some more like life and creaminess back, no, I don't want to risk it. I was going to try to put my Maybelline Fit Me on top of the powder by working it in a brush. Let's try it. We'll try it together. I'm going to work it really good into this brush since it will be like fluffy, a little more forgiving, and we're just going to get it completely in that brush. Like to where there's no like specific area where you see the product resting. And then we're just going to pat it just to add some more effect to the face. See, I like when I take risks because then I discover new techniques that work. Wow, so see, I like that. When you just add a tiny bit more cream on top of the powder, then it keeps the skin looking skin-like. But that powder will still lock the other products in place. And then I just need to do a little bit of under eye baking because I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow and I don't want fallout and all that to get all over my makeup. So I'm going to quickly bake. Kidding, I'm going to be using my favorite drugstore powder, the Kokie translucent powder. This is such a staple. Alright, so this is what I'm super excited for. I got these little like Maybelline eyeshadow palettes. This one looks so fun for the spring and summer. It was only $2.99 and you get these stunning shades, and this is in the color Sundaze. And then I also got this really pretty cool tone one in Lights Off. Like, look at these. These just look so delicious for the eye. Why do I keep using delicious to describe things? Together this was only like $8, which is insane. Like, look how stunning of a palette. So pretty. Like, where were these kind of makeup palettes when I was getting into makeup? So I'm gonna start off with this palette and I'm gonna take this color and use that as like my initial transition. So that blended out really nice. So now we're gonna take this color in the palette and I'm gonna take that with like this Morphe M433 brush and this straight edge, and we're just going to, I'm gonna make this pretty blown out. We're just gonna go for it. I have nowhere to go. I'm gonna do dramatic because I feel like I haven't done a bold eye look in a while. So now I want to take this palette and I'm gonna go in with that darker brown, and I'm gonna take this with an angled brush and just add more of like a winged out look. Fluff brush, and then I'm gonna dip back into this that warmer brown to start kind of like buffing the edges. I got the cooler tone palette mainly for this color because it really stood out to me, but it's definitely more of like a sheer kind of like topper color, so I feel like I should just layer this on top of one of the golds. Ooh, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll do like this gold and then this bronzy gold, and then like layer this in between the two and marry it together. I'm taking any sort of like flat top brush, this bronzy color first. So I'm gonna wet my brush. Obviously by wetting the brush, it's gonna make the shadow more pigmented. But the main reason why I wet it is because it helps like prevent fallout. A bit like here. Alright, so now I'm gonna flip my brush over. I'm gonna take that lighter color in this palette and put that more toward the front of my eye. I'll like tap it in here. That way I don't get as much fallout. And we're gonna take this color. It's like a greenish silvery gold. It is just stunning, and I'm gonna pick that up with my ring finger and I'm just gonna kind of like tap it here. Definitely very sheer, so you don't really see it too much, but I just wanted enough to give like a little extra twinkle to the eye. Take any sort of pencil brush and that same orangey brown tone, put that on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the fluff brush and then that powder. And I love using face powders to just buff out underneath of the brow bone. I'm going to use my Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Pencil first, and then I'll go in with my NYX brow pen just to add some like hair-like strokes. But this brow pencil by Maybelline makes it easy to just do like a quick general fill first, and then I can just add the definition where I want to. What is it called? Liquid eyeliner by Wet n Wild. I got it in black, but I remember how much I used to love black liquid liner from them. Just wanted to try it out again. Now I'm just taking this MAC 221 brush and the lightish shimmer in the cooler tone palette, I just want to pop it right in here and up to lift my eye. And same thing here. Alright, I'm using my favorite drugstore lash primer. Honestly, just one of my favorite lash primers. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise Lash Primer. It gives your lashes so much length and volume. I'm going to use the Essence Princess Lash that everybody raves about. I do love the way this makes my lashes look initially. However, I do find that it tends to like flake on me. Wow, my lashes do look really good though. Okay, I think I changed my mind about this mascara. Wow, my lashes look incredible. For my lip color today, I got these. So these are all new products. This one I'm not going to use because I've already shown you guys this Revlon Transfer Proof lipstick. I've just like slowly gotten every color because they're bomb. These are new, and these are the new Wet n Wild Cloud Pout lip products. And I really wanted to try this color today, but I feel like it might be a little bit bold for this makeup look. So I think I'm just going to like mix them. It smells like marshmallow. And they're very like a moussey consistency. And I got some more of my like Maybelline glosses that I love. I got them in the shades Amber and Moon. So I might layer these on top. I'm going to start off by lining my lips using my NYX Sandstorm lip pencil. This one is super similar to MAC Oak lip pencil. Alright, so now I'm going to apply the bold color first because then that way I can just lighten it with that lighter color, and that way you guys can also see how it looks just on its own. But this just looks like the most beautiful like corally pinky color. And the consistency of these feels a lot like the NYX matte lip creams. Wow, that's pretty. That one's really nice. I'm gonna see how the nude color looks kind of like in the center. This is how the nude color looks on its own though. It's like a really nice like peachy nude. Oh, that's a pretty combo. All right, and then do I want to apply this gloss over top or amber over top? What do we think? I think I want to do the pinky one so we're going to take Moon, and they are the Maybelline Lifter glosses. I have a confession to make. I had to redo my makeup because I lost the ending footage of the video that you guys were just watching. Future Janelle filming an outro for you guys and also giving you the rundown on all the products that I tried in that video. A week later, after like putting them to the test and trying them a couple of other times with different products, talking about these eyeshadow palettes, I really love them. However, you do want to make sure you use an actual eyeshadow base with them, because if you use a concealer, they will start to like break apart and start looking like super choppy and just like not cute throughout the day. But if you use an actual like eyeshadow primer, like the e.l.f. putty one or the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, then the shadows will wear beautifully throughout the day. The palette that I've been using the most is this one. It has truly been my go-to makeup palette just on a day-to-day. I'll normally take this color in my crease and just pop one of the golds all over my lid and call it a day. Then this L'Oreal Infallible Glotion I am obsessed with. It is so stunning. I have this like giant planet Earth growing out the side of my face. It was so bright red today, like literally like more intense than my shirt color. Like it was just super pigmented. I literally just did a light sweep of this all over my face and it immediately neutralized that blemish to the point where all I needed to do was spot conceal, and I didn't feel like I needed to go with a super thick foundation to cover it. This stuff is amazing. I also just love how healthy and dewy it makes your skin look, but it literally just looks like it's your skin. You can't tell you have makeup on. Now, this L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear powder. I really didn't like it when I first tried it in the video. Now trying it again, I don't hate it as much, but I'm just not a huge fan of how it sits on the skin. I think that this powder will be good if you have like perfect skin. Then it won't settle and you have like no pores, it'll work out great. But if you tend to have larger pores, I do think that it's going to like settle in those areas. And who knows, it could just be a combination of this powder with the glotion maybe. Maybe you should just use this on bare skin. I don't know. So far it hasn't been working for me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm not a fan of it. And then these Wet n Wild Cloud Pouts. So cute, so comfortable on the lips. Love the color selection. I love how they wear throughout the day. So I definitely recommend these. Oh yeah, I'm also have re-fallen in love with the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. The Maybelline Fit Me, I can verify again, it's definitely a dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is $5. This is like $28. So get yourself a Maybelline Fit Me. It'll give you that perfect coverage. It really gives a smooth finish to the skin. And I've just been absolutely loving it. It's been my go-to concealer for like the past week. Alright you guys, and that wraps it up for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys did happen to like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I upload. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!